Welcome to ATR Rising Sun Above the Rings podcast, covering our favorite promotion across the Pacific Ocean, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Sam BSLB. Alongside me, as always, the third man from above the ring. I don't know why I started on that. The main recipient, the beneficiary, the Clone Ethan 2026 campaign, Ethan.
Yes, it's me, the Bedlam Media Champion of the world. Sorry, Scott. Yes, we are back for another episode of Rising Sun. You can say it's jam packed, guys, because there's a lot to talk about. But I'm pretty excited.
I am as well. We're going to get right into it. First and foremost, we're going to go through the schedule tonight. Friday, May 9th, Resurgence. We're going to go through that card shortly. May 10th to... Why do they do this? They need to get somebody new. It says Saturday, May 10th to Sunday, May 1st. Saturday, May 10th to June 1st. Best of the Super Juniors. We're going to go through that as well. And last but not least, Dominion. The cartridge dropped. Osaka Joe Hall, Sunday, June 15th. We'll talk about that in a future episode. And there's a new one, New Japan Seoul, June 18th to June 27th. What do you know about that?
They need some summer shows, so they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna air those. But that tour, it's probably gonna announce the G1 stuff too.
All right.
And then Tanahashi jams on June 29th. That's just a produced show from Tanahashi because Ozzy's retiring.
All right. Well, guys, a lot of fun stuff there. I'm actually, I'll make it known now. I did watch Grand Queendom for Stardom. Thought it was a really good show. Unfortunately, the version I was watching had the Japanese audio, so trying to work and watch it at the same time, it was a little difficult. But I did enjoy what I watched. And what's the one happening this weekend?
New Blood.
New Blood. We'll be watching. I am gonna check out New Blood because I don't know. There was something about, and everyone says it where they said Stardom is the easiest, not just easiest Joshi Pro, but also like the easiest wrestling show to pick up.
It is. Once you watch it, you get addicted pretty quickly.
I don't know. Something told me that last time I watched it, and then watching it this past couple weeks ago, it's like, all right, there's something says I need to watch this. So shout out again to you, Ethan, and the guys from Stardom Cast. So tonight, over in Ontario, California, I always get confused. I'm like, what do you mean Ontario, California? That's in Canada. Resurgence, not New Japan Strong, because Strong does not exist anymore.
Nope, they died like 5 years ago.
But we got strong matches. So Ethan, why don't you let's just run through the card quickly. We'll talk about this the results in a future episode as well.
All right, so main show, Strong Survivor match. Alan Breeze, what a white guy name, takes on CJ. Takes on CJ Tino.
Also very generic. This is going to be the most generic. I can just imagine what this match looks like.
Oh my god! Look, we're 3 minutes in. We're already laughing our asses off. Sorry. Main show starts off. Matt Vandegrift takes on Fred Rosser. For people who know, that's Darren Young from WWE. Strong Boy Tag Titles on like World Class Wrecking Crew. Royce Ice, Gerald Nelson. Please put them on the New Japan proper, please, for love of God. Takes on United Empire's Tim Barrow and TJP. If you haven't known, there's drama between TJP and Jeff Cobb, but me and Tim kind of covered it last episode, so we're not going to beat a dead horse. Sorry. 8-man tag match with War Dogs, Gabe Kennedy, Flake Carcos, and Ghetto. Takes on the Young Bucks, and we found the mystery team. It's going to be the Good Brothers for the 18th time back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. But that's not surprising, honestly. This match could be a banger. Tomorishi defense for Oboy Tel against Joe Maloney. They had a really fun match in New Japan Cup. So, yeah. Proud of Ishii, by the way, for winning the Charlotte Boy title. Speaking of Oboy titles, we go to the number of Oboy title. Kudos to the Takeshi defense TV champ Alpha Fantastic. We'll get to their match from Dontaku later. This time's for the Takeshi's title, not for ELP's title. Again, we'll get to it later. The double main event for the strong women's title triple threat match. Mercedes Monet defense Azumi and Mira Shirakawa. Let's be honest, it's probably Monet winning. And the second double main event. Rematch from New Beginning, Hiroki Go defends Zack Sabre Jr., and spoiler, the winner will meet Shingo at Dominion for that title.
Interesting. Do you think Shingo wins the belt off of Goto, or do you think Goto is going to hold it for a minute?
Oh, I really like Shingo. He should get a better reign besides his COVID run. I kind of want Goto to keep going.
Same. Although I feel like if he loses it, I think he should lose it to, again, Finley or somebody
Gabe Kidd.
who hasn't had the belt before.
Suji. Me and Sam are going to say this until we die. Suji.
It needs to be Suji. He just needs it. There is no champion that needs it. Look, if we hit 2030 and Suji doesn't have the damn title, I'm probably just going to bitch about it on the show. So, no, more than that.
But yeah, I mean, 8 matches. I mean, that's pretty quick. Should be quick. I don't know what time it'll start. I mean, it's in California, so that's 4 hours ahead of me.
I just saw it on the New Japan site. New Japan schedule has it. It was Pacific time, 17:30. That's what 5:30's
Doors.
bells at 7. So that's 9 o'clock here.
So that'd be 11 o'clock my time then.
No, you're only an hour behind.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. So 10 o'clock my time. Sorry, my bad.
Actually, hold on. Let me do some ATR math for you.
ATR
math. Yeah, it's gonna be late for us. We're gonna watch it on Monday, regardless.
I'll probably watch it Saturday sometime before Super Juniors, which we'll get to in a second.
We will. So yeah, that we'll be covering. Best of Super Juniors, arguably, and I think you and I've had this conversation, the number 2 tournament for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
20-man tournament kicks off May 10th. So tomorrow, Ethan, I'm going to let you go through the blocks. And then I definitely want to go through some picks.
Okay, so A block, we got Kushida, who is the 2015 and 17 winner. Masvidal, who is the 2023 winner. Sport, he's one half of the junior tag team champions. Ninja Max in this. Ruben Takahashi, who is a 4-time winner, 18, 20, 21, 22. Kushida Fujita, Fresco Kira, Clark House, Robbie X, who's replacing Bushi, by the way, because Bushi was supposed to be in this tour, but we talked about a couple episodes ago, Rising Sun. Bushi's leaving with Naito, and so we didn't know. So Robbie X is in. That dude, by the way, is underrated.
All right, I'm not familiar with him, so
he's been on New Japan a couple of times. Like he did Super Junior Tag with Ishimori and stuff, and he did the couple World Quest shows there last year, I think. Yusri Kamaro and Dragon Dia from Dragon Gate, no pun intended. And at B block, where's my Here we go. Junior Chip El Despero, who was last year's winner. Ryusuke Taguchi, who won in 2012. Yo, spoiler, junior tag champion. Kevin Knight. The female representative is Teton, who was the 2023 runner-up. He actually lost to Milano. I forgot who they lost for a minute. Robbie Eagles, Ishimori, who was the 2018 and 2024 runner-up. Never Overweight 6-Weight Tag Champion show. Nick Wayne from AEW. He's making his debut in the tournament. And Mo from DDT. And by Robbie X is making his debut as well. So we have 3 debuts this year in Super Juniors,
which is really nice. I see we're doing more of a traditional block system, kind of like how actually I think they all do this, and it looks a little different from last year. Maybe because they only have a final of A, final of B. Oh yeah, they're not doing semifinals this year.
No, it's back to finals again.
All right. So if you're looking at this right now, you know, I'm gonna give you some picks, and I don't know if you want to write these down.
Yep. Oh, hold on. Oh. 1 sec. Okay, I'm ready.
I think it's going to be, man. I really could pick anyone from Block A to win this.
Before you pick, say which block do you like better, A or B?
A.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm looking here, and I don't know what. Here's the thing, and I don't know if New Japan does this intentionally. They probably do. The people I would pick, like I can't. Okay, let me go to B block. El Desperado maybe would be a finalist. I would probably he has the highest chance. Taguchi never. Robbie Eagles yes, but I'll make my point in a minute. I don't see Kevin Knight. Maybe Ishimori. I don't know about Mo.
So Mo, he wrestles in DDT a lot and GCW sometimes.
Oh, I meant Mo. I wasn't at Mo yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so no, it's good. I figured Mo, Teton, and Nick Wayne, they're not going to get in the finals. Nick is going to get some. I think we talked about this. He's going to get some good offense in. Maybe get some solid wins. So when he goes back into AEW, he might have some standing against Christian Cage.
I mean, yeah, he's the Ring or TV champ. I'll do my points guessing in a bit, but who do you got saying for your B block?
Yeah, so B block, I don't know because the people I want to choose over here, I don't see Takahashi winning it again. I don't see Wada winning it again. Kushida, maybe. I
Honestly,
really want Akira, especially since Akira on A block.
That's a good one. Yeah, Hiromu, he doesn't need that anymore. He's won it 4 times. He does not need for a 5th.
But then I would want to see Robbie Eagles on this side, but I don't see them doing 2 Gaijin wrestlers in the finals. Has that ever happened? Probably not.
Give me 1 second. Let me just.
Maybe that's a stereotype, but like.
No, looks like. Actually, let me just keep searching. I'm just doing best of because it's from '94 because they did thing called Top of the Soup from '88 to '93, and then '94 was officially best of. Looks like what I'm seeing so far, it's been a mixture. It's either been a Gaijin and a Japanese star, or 2 Japanese stars. But I'm just double checking before
I'm doing the same thing you are.
Shoot myself in the foot.
Wait, no, Prince Devitt and Alex Shelley in 2013.
Wow,
that's final.
Was that a final? Oh shit, you're right. I think that was the last time. Oh, yeah, I think that was the last time actually.
Was that the only time?
Yeah, because I'm seeing here because Ospreay in 2016 went against Taguchi. 15 was O'Reilly and Kushida. I forgot about O'Reilly being in this tournament, not gonna lie. Ricochet was in 2014 with Kushida, where Ricochet won in 2014, by the way. 2017, it was Ospreay and Kushida. 18, it was Hiromu and Ishimori. 19, it was Ospreay and Shingo. That was a banger, by the way. 2020 was Hiromu and Desperado. 2021, Hiromu and Yo. 22 was Hiromu and Desperado again. 2023 was Mashra and Teton. So, Latino versus Japanese. And last year, it was Desperado and Ishimori.
Yeah, I literally am back in '94, and that's the only time that's ever happened.
Yeah, so that's the only time so far was which that's crazy. Over 10 years.
But and again, I don't know what other the tag teams obviously probably had a case where that's happened, but I don't know if G1. No, that's not the case because G1 Kenny was the first
to win it. Gaijin to win it, yep. It's rude, I think, but I think in the round because I know they did single elimination a couple times. So
yeah. So I'm looking here, and I really would like Akira or Clark Connor. I don't see Clark because he's like the tag team in War Dogs. You know what? I'm gonna shoot from the hip here. I'm gonna say it's Francesco Akira and Show with Akira getting the W.
Oh, there you go. So your files, you guys Akira versus Show?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, so before I get my picks, I'm just gonna guess some of these guys' points. And you tell me, say what you think. Kushida, I could get 8 to 12. I can see him getting. Wado, the same thing. Ninja Mac, what was his score last year? Where is he at? He went 4 and 5, so he went 8 points last year. I can see him getting that again this year, honestly. Hiromu, I can see him getting 12 to 14. Fujita 8 to 10. Akira, probably the same as Hiromu. Connor's probably 10 points. Robbie X, his debut, most of the debutees don't do too well. I'm going to say 6 to 8 at the most. Kamaru, I see getting 4 at 6 at the max. And Dragon Dia, I see getting 2 to 6 at the most. I'll do B-Block first before I give my picks. Jesus Christ. Despero, I can see being like at the top. 12 to 14. Taguchi, I don't see him getting many points. Be more like the auto spot team, like the like spoiler towards the end kind of thing. I see him getting like 4 points at the most. Yo, remember he was a finalist in 2021, so he's got a smidge chance. I say 8 to 10. Kevin Knight, I can see 8 to 12. Teton, same thing. Eagles, I can see 14 to 16 points. Same with Ishimori. Shell, I can see getting up to 12 at the most. Nick Wayne, honestly, this might be a shoot in the hip. 10 to 14. And Mo, I'm gonna say 6 to 8.
I could agree with those. Um,
before let me give my picks real quick. So block A. Oh, it's harder than I thought. I do like the Akira pick, but I don't want to. I'm gonna go with Hiromu, which I kind of hope he doesn't. But I feel like you need that main event spot, like and better. Block B, I'm gonna go with Robbie Eagles, and I'm gonna say Eagles wins.
See, that would have been my other one. If I didn't pick Akira, I would pick Eagles. It's good. That's solid.
I will mention though, I could see but the reason I don't see Despero getting to the finals because like you got the Junior title match at Dominion, so it's like you're basically giving the title match for free. Like you're basically like doing the finals and then the title match. So
yeah, no, this will be a good one. I don't know.
sorry. So before we move on, a lot of it, but they're doing it's a 13-day tour, and a lot of these nights are all block matches. Like all 10, there's like 10 matches of block matches. So yeah.
Yeah, what did we say? This was the whole month pretty much. So
yeah. Just give me 1 sec. So I gotta let my dog in. Just give me 1 sec.
All right, and you do that, and while you do that, I'm gonna do a little bit of rambling because I'm good at rambling. You know, it's like that old Limp Bizkit song. Keep ramble, 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 ramble. What? Keep ramble, 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 ramble. Come on, yeah.
I heard the last visit, but I'm pretty excited for this best of years. Honestly, I don't know why. I always find each year it gets harder and harder to pick.
Well, I think part of it has to do with, and we have this discussion since you've joined our show. Is New Japan's been losing? I don't want to say losing its talent, but talent has been moving on. They have a lot of younger talent. They're bringing in a lot of new talent. So it's not a hard thing. It's kind of like well, now we got a lot of younger talent. Who do they want to push?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see Hiromu. I don't want him really winning his 5th. I can in a way just be like, hey, like he beat the record for most Super Juniors wins, but I hope the guy doesn't win it again.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. I would not be mad, but he don't need it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad either, but he doesn't need it. I think Eagles honestly should. He gets close and close each year, so I hope this year is finally the time.
No, absolutely. All right, so we wanted to chat about Wrestling Dontaku, guys. May 3rd and 4th. This I felt this year was pretty good. You jot things down? I was going to have you read this off, and we're going to talk about a couple of these matches.
Oh, okay, my bad. So we'll go with night 1. By the way, I think I can't remember if it's the toughest show, but there was a couple April shows, but we're not going to talk about them because it's in the past and it's kind of late now. But we'll go, and a lot of Road 2 shows, they weren't really aired, so we're not going to talk about those either. So we're just going to leave that in the past. So we go to night 1 pre-show. Kushiro Machine defeat Daiki the Guy at 7 minutes 26 seconds. Beat Plastic Crab. Fun Young Lions match, 6 out of 10. Did you watch this match, Sam?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Um, 8-man tag match, Junior Tag Champs, Match Royale, and Yo. Spoiler: they won the titles from Fujita and Eagles at Wrestling Cooney. Banger match, by the way. Ethan pick. Bono and Toriano to be Dean the Case Right all the way. Harley Jackson, Robbie Eagles, and Fujita, and he missed 40 seconds via Kamikaze. Not a bad. It's basically kind of like a preview of the Super Juniors in a way. I give this one a 6 out of 10.
Good way to start the night.
Yes. By the way, I want to see Oleg and Jackson beat slap for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, Bolton Oleg. I don't know. The more I see this dude, he's. I will not be surprised if we start seeing him move into the mid card.
I can see him being back in G1 this year.
Get him into some finals.
Oh my god, yes. Couple not right now, but in a couple of years, I can see him getting the world title picture. Absolutely. More 8-man tag matches. Some is strong. Oppo Chim Toriishi and just 4 guys. Takuma Jinoku, Yuyamura, and Taichi. Defeat LIJ's Global Champion Yuji Tsuji, Hiromu, Tsushima, and Bushi. And 9 minutes 3 seconds for Dangerous Badge on Bushi. Really more of a preview match for the Yuyamura Tsuji Global title match on night 2, which we'll talk about later. Not bad. 5 out of 10 for me.
That's all right.
6-man tag match. Bitch won. IWG World Champion Hirogo and Yoshihashi. Team Rose could a good 9 parts. IWG Tag James Girl Cam Newham, who won the fake titles back at Wrestling Red Zone there at the end of April. And Jacob Ossian, 10 minutes 43 seconds via Shoto. Preview for Goto Newham on night 2. Wasn't bad. I enjoyed Goto and Newman being the crap out of each other. So 6 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
TV Tunnel Line. This is the first of 2 Ethan picks on the show. Al Fantasmo versus Never Open Champion Cash goes to a 15-minute time drop. This was originally supposed to be a tag match with ELP and Joe gets Callis family as Takesha Romero, sorry. But ELP won the title back at Wrestling no Cooney doing the TV title for a second time. So Fantasmo's like, screw this, we're gonna put title match. This was great. I mean, I keep saying it. I sound like a broke record, but I don't care. It's Takesha. It's ELP. They got great chemistry.
Yeah, no, these two are incredible. ELP is another one where I don't know why he's floundering in the lower card. I feel like he should be further up the card.
He should be like Never Open TV or not TV, global. Like,
global. He should
status.
be a global champion.
Yep.
Like this is a great example. And again, Takeshita, on board with Takeshita since day one. The kid is a monster. The kid is so good.
He's so, I can't say that. I mean, he pulled a good bird. He's got 3 contracts. He's getting triple money.
And the other thing too is you said it first before Scott and I were talking about. Could you imagine him in New Japan? Now we're seeing it.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Could you imagine if he was full time in New Japan?
Yes.
He would be a G1 winner and he'd be a champion.
He'd be G1 world champion, New Japan Cup winner. Fuck it. Put all the titles on him. Multi-belt Takeshita.
Even the women's title. He'd have the women's title too.
Oh my god. 8 out of 10, by the way. By the way, so do you like the TV title with the 15-minute time limit?
I do.
I do too. I like having the TV title, but like if you had to be like, hey, like what titles would you get rid of besides the strong titles? Because me and you talked about that to death. I'd probably say the TV title just where it's the least, like the youngest title creation in a way.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think Scott and I talked about this when NWA brought back their TV title. I think they had a 605 time limit.
Yeah, 605. Yep. And I think pay-per-views, I think they went a little longer, but not. I think it was like 10
slightly.
minutes.
But it's like, okay, if you can give a hierarchy, this is kind of the thing I'm getting at here. If you can give these belts a hierarchy, then cool. You can kind of keep them and work with them.
Yeah.
You know, the TV title, no more than 15 minutes. That's its place. That's where it belongs. You don't give this belt a 60-minute time limit. It's the damn TV title.
No.
You know, you could do the IWGP title 60 minutes. You could push the global or the intercontinental. You could push those.
Yeah.
But when you start going to like US title or you go to the never open weight, you do like a half. And like the TV title, you do like 15.
Strong open weight is, I think, I can't remember if it said 30 or 60. I think it's 30 with Ishii Maloney.
Yeah. So,
but this was excellent. I mean, like I keep, I'm gonna get a shirt that says "It's Takeshita." um, and this has been given a preview for their tag match on night 2, and also the Resurgence match, which we talked about earlier. One of two honorable mentions for Ethan picks here. Sexy Jr. versus Tanahashi at 13 minutes 7 seconds to be Zack Driver. As everybody knows, Tanahashi is retiring at 2026, so he's doing this is his year retirement tour. These two never had bad matches. 7 out of 10.
yeah, this was a lot of fun. Again, Sabre Jr. on top. He works really well with Tanahashi.
Yep.
So
he's great. He beat him with a sack driver because most sack driver he beats him with submission moves, right?
yeah,
Well,
I didn't
not
know
him,
that.
but
He didn't make him submit this one.
no. All the times they wrestled, it's been. I think he only beat him by pinfall twice or 3 times. It has been too many times. A lot's been submission, but these two never had bad. I don't think I think the longest I might have given one match was like a 6, but that's still pretty good in Ethan pick scale.
Yeah, 6 is great. I mean, and again, it's not all. Sometimes you just have okay matches, but like so it's kind of like AJ Styles over in WWE. AJ Styles is even his 6. I mean, he generally is not the one that looks bad.
Nope. But like I said, these two always have great matches. It's Zack Sabre Jr. It's Tanahashi. I'm gonna miss Tanahashi when he goes gone next year. Do you think he does one more G1, Sam, or do you think like that was?
I want to say no because there's a higher chance of him getting injured.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in it, but I kind of hope not.
Yeah, I don't. There's really no need for him to be in a G1 if he's retired. If it's known, if you went the Cena route, you might be able to get away with it. But he has to cash in. It's at unless he pulls a Zack Sabre Jr. But Zack did it, so why would you do it 2 years in a row?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. This it's crazy how this went 1307, but it didn't feel. It felt like 15, 16, like in a good way, not like it's like 15, 16.
Yeah, it felt like a healthy 13. It was just like, this is
I think that's perfect enough for Tom, especially when his knees are really messed up.
I wonder how he's gonna do when he wrestles Cena. What? Did I say that? Both retired. They both ended in a draw.
Yeah, they both
middle ground.
They both kick each other in the dick, and then they pin each other.
Count out, nut shot.
You know what? If someone listens to that and that happens, me and Sam we're gonna clip this and we're gonna put it on our Twitter. We're gonna brag the shit out of it.
Listen, if we ever ended up in a situation where you and I were wrestling, or even Scott and I were we became wrestlers in the midst of all this, the way I'd want to retire is that exact way because it pissed so many people off.
What do you mean that's how they retired?
Yeah, I'm retiring. This is the last match. Double counter nut shot.
You fucking ATR. My other honorable mention for the show, Shingo Takagi Uno, 15 minutes and 7 seconds. Last drag. I like this match way better than their New Japan Cup match.
Mm-hmm.
I 7 out of 10 as well, by the way.
Yeah. These last 4, if you guys don't go back and watch the whole show, at least for night 1, watch these last 4 matches.
Yeah, it just took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say the last 4 matches here. I would say if you don't have time to watch, that's the 4 I recommend, which we'll get to the main event now. Well, in a second, but did you notice him after the match that Umino was bleeding up from the nose?
I did not notice that.
So what happened was I didn't know it either until they showed a replay. Most I skipped like that, like because I'm one of these people like I don't watch it live because I don't want to get up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning my time.
Same.
So I don't like watching the interest of like the feedback. I just want to watch the match and it like skip like just go right there. I'm that type of person. I mean, if it's live, like there's nothing I can do, right? But like if I can skip it, I can. But if not, it's whatever. So I wanted to see how he got. But so I guess when Shingo dropped him for the last his heel smacked him in the nose. I was like, uh-oh. But he didn't get hot though, so
yeah, that's not good. But
I don't think it broke it. I think it's just like shit, like a bleeding kind of thing. Like it didn't break his nose. It didn't look like it was broken, but who knows, right?
Yeah. So my takeaway from this match, and with Naito leaving, Shingo needs to kind of step up and be the top guy. And I'm not saying like top guy, like, hey, he's gonna have the belt all the time. He's got like, if you look at the talent, he's gonna be the face of the main event. Kind of like Okada was for a while. Naito did that. Not always a champion, but very synonymous with the company. And I think, like you said, a solid run with the title, I think could cement him as that.
Oh yeah, I mean he had a great run in 2021, but unfortunately it was COVID time.
Yeah, but now he's kind of like top of the mountain.
Stop putting him in Naruto boy title matches. He's above that now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Ishii. Stop it. I can't wait to say me and you are gonna actually give House of Torture match an Ethan pick. We're gonna give Frace this match for once. 10-man tag, Loser League's Bull Club Dog Pound Cage match. I fucked that up. War Dogs, Drummalloy, Car Cars, Taiji Ishimori, Dave Lane, Gabe Kim, defeat House Torture. Number over 6-minute tag, Render and Show. Usually Kamara tonight. Evil at 26 minutes and 17 seconds. Draw Budger underrated for a bar table. And by the way, Sam, remember the first one, but United Empire? They did like the war games, like every couple minutes it was a new person.
Yeah.
They didn't do it for this match. It's like, all right, all 10 of us, we're just gonna fucking fight. And thank God, because that I like that Empire one, but I thought it went a little too long for my liking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this bout was a banger, and I knew it was gonna be. When War Dogs came out, David Finlay grabbed the locked the damn fence, and they all started climbing over it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
We're going for a scrap, boys.
I think I said this in my short I dropped. I'm going to keep referencing these. I probably shouldn't. I'm spoiling things for you guys. New Japan doesn't do hardcore matches too often. Yes, they include tables a lot on the outside. But when they do a hardcore match, they really make sure it matters. They really make sure that this is so bad that we really need to handle this in the most violent way possible.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to more because they're actually... we'll get to Evil and Finlay for Dominion in a minute because they actually announced a match between... It's more dog-related stipulations, which kind of funny, War Dogs, but whatever. So I texted a friend, me and a friend were to watch the show. He's like, missed opportunity for a Kettle from Hell match. I'm like, no, we don't need to go back to that. We don't need to go back to dogs humping and pissing on the floor. So, but this was great. Honestly, it did not feel like... It's funny because on New Japan World, Sam, on how they do like each chapter like of the match.
Yeah.
So when I got to this one, it said over an hour. I'm like, oh no, is this match over an hour? Then I realized it's like the video package, how like leading up to the match. And then, like, the match was, like I said, 26 minutes. And then, like, I think the last time was, like, just, like, the commentaries just talking about it kind of thing. But this was great. I mean, the guitar... Did you see Sanaa's entrance gear, by the way? He looked like you look like Honky Tonk Man.
I didn't. I'd have to go back and look at that.
It was sunny. It was, like, a silver shiny thing. It's almost like those, like, mirror glasses. Like, it's like... I was like, whoa. It's shiny Honky Tonk Man. But yeah, this was great. I mean, I like the ending. Narita, when he bleeds, like his inner Shibata comes back out.
Mm-hmm.
He gets great. He's like he kind of reminded me a little bit of Abyss when he bled, like he went like nuts.
Yeah, that's the most blood I think I've seen in New Japan.
And it's funny, spoiler for night 2. Say, did you notice the apron was covering blood? The head blood stains.
Yes.
I think you could have at least washed it first.
Well, the blood doesn't, I don't know, spread diseases like it does over here in the States. Like the tables. The tables don't break the same way. It's different physics.
Fair enough. And that was the first cage match I've seen all over the weekend because Drenge had another one. It was a 6-way cage, like a loot. It was like mass versus hair. And basically, the way they did there was like the loot. There's flags on top of the cage. I'm going to Dragon Gate for a second, and like the first 5 to grab their flag like wins, like that's your escape, and whoever's still in the cage lost, and then you either have to lose your mask or shave your head. So, yeah. So, but this top out cage match was excellent. I can't believe me and you were I should phrase in House of Torture. Second time, by the way, on this podcast, or third time in history for the It's Rising Sun.
Yeah, and again, they're no longer in Bullet Club now.
Thank God. By the way, 9 out of 10, by the way, for this match.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what happens here on out for them. I don't know if House of Torture is going to stay House of Torture or like what's the game plan. So let's hop over though to night one. I'm going backwards. Night two.
On May 4th, by Star Wars Day. So pre-show match, we had Kosher Machine, Risuke Taguchi, Hamaru Sasaki, and Jet Li. And yes, Sam, that's a legit wrestler's name. They're from a promotion called Kenshu Pro Wrestling, and they wrestle a lot in Fukuoka, so it kind of makes sense to be on the show. 9 minutes 7 seconds for Oh My God ankle. Skippable pre-show match. Did you watch this match, Sam, or did you?
I skipped it.
Okay, I don't blame you, to be honest with you. Main show starts with Boca War Dogs, Taiji Mori, and Ghetto defeat Baton X Barabara. I promise you that's a real name. And Midtide Kid at 6 minutes and 1 to defeat Ghetto Clutch. Another skippable match, 4 out of 10.
Is this the one with the guy who had the clown face paint?
Yep.
Yeah, I was a little confused what was going on there, but I assumed it was from a different promotion.
He's like the Toriano of KPW, just only Yano's a little bit better. But yeah, skippable match, 5 out of 10 for me. 10th match, Junior Tag Champ Yoshihashi and Yoshihashi defeat Jacob Boss Young in one half of the IW Tag Champs Grail Gun. He was literally a double champ for Sam for one night. Or 2 nights, I mean. Because he won the tag titles with Newham at Wrestle for Bishamon, the vacate titles, while he was TV champion. They lost the title on that Cooney showed to ALP. So yeah. 8 minutes 46 extra German suplex on Young. Okay, Matt, it was fine for what it is. 5 out of 10.
All right. Yeah, the first half of this card, I was kind of like a little clocked out from it.
This one, this is a normal Ethan pick on the show. We have more Stardom action, Sam. 6-1 tag Fukuwa, Triple Crazy, that's Hisuki and Kokuma. Ella and Micah, because they're from around that area, so that's why they call themselves. Defeat Neil Jets, Sterling Kid, and Asumi, and Nia Mizumori at 9 minutes and 15 seconds to bring back on Mizumori. 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was good. I think this is where the card kind of picked up a little bit. Solid again. This was kind of the other thing that solidified me watching their show this weekend. So,
but that's what I will mention on this show. By the way, I have 2 Ethan picks again, which you probably know, Sam, which 2 I'm talking about. Next match, tag team match, Towa Shim, Elfit, and Board Oleg defeat Don Cal's family. Never Opo Chip and Rock Romero, 8 minutes 5 seconds, Kawakazi on Romero. Let's be honest, Rocky's in the match. You know what's gonna happen. He's the pin either. I do like the heel turn. So did you see how he turned heel, Sam, on Collision?
I might have. There was a couple month period where I kind of missed what was going on the main show.
No, this was just recent. It was last week or the week before. So what happened was it was him and Ishii against oh my God, who the hell were they wrestling? They were wrestling somebody. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. That's bothering me right now. Give me one.
How did I miss that?
Give me one. So it was a Collision. I'm just gotta find which episode that was. Oh, okay. It was episode 89. That was that second night's breakthrough. They lost to Kesha and Alexander because Ishii actually hit him. So when Ishii made the tag, Romeo just dropped. And now by the way, he's reunited with Trent Barrett. He's real funky fights with him again. Fun match. Honestly, not bad. 6 out of 10.
Again, I think my big takeaway from this one was Oleg Bolton.
Yep. I want to see Oleg and Takesha go again.
Singles.
They fought before, I think. Yeah, they did. For their own point, though.
I want to see it again.
Yes. Sign me up. Excuse me. We go 10 minutes, and yes, there's a lot of multi-tags. That's one thing I kind of hate about New Japan. They do a lot of tag matches. But I get it. Chaos, Junior Tetchim, Yo, and Toriano. I love Roshi, Tanahashi, Kuzu, Ryota, and say you probably haven't heard this name in a long time. Tajiri.
I did see that.
He has gray hair, boys. Defeating Dean Decay at 10 minutes 22 seconds with high flip flow on Jackson. I actually enjoyed this. This wasn't too bad. 6 out of 10. I did like the Saber Junior to Jerry spots. Did Jerry
Yeah.
can still go?
Yeah, no, I heard the name. I'm like, that can't be who I think it is. And no, he looked good. I was concerned because Saint, you get older, you're like, they're not gonna be as good as they used to. But Tajiri still looked pretty good.
That's the first he's been in New Japan in 10, 12 years, something like that. But I kind of low key want to see Jerry and Zack Sabre Jr. now.
Yeah, make it happen.
Come on, book it, ghetto. We got 8-man tag. This is Naito and Bushi's final night in New Japan Pro Wrestling as they get the win over Ishii and just 4 guys and Shota Umino at 10 minutes 5 seconds for the Burn Dragon on Michinoku. Not bad. 6 out of 10 again. And Michinoku, like I said about Romero, Mitch goes in the match. You pretty much know that Taka's taking the pin.
Yeah. So my question is, I don't know if we've had this discussion. Do we know what he's doing? Are they
Naito,
doing?
Naito's getting surgery on his left eye again, and getting some stem treatment on his knees.
So he might be towards the end of like.
He could pull a Rey Mysterio and make a magical comeback. Remember that?
Could, I don't know. The eye, I would be more concerned with the eye. Yeah.
Well, because I guess I never knew this because I never had surgery in my eyes. But I guess for each eye, you can only get surgery 3 times.
Interesting.
And his right eye, I'm pointing my right eye here, but I don't. Anyway, his right eye, he had it 3 times, so you can't get any more surgeries on that eye. This is his second one, I think, on his left.
Yeah, that's where it's more concerning. Eyes can be pretty delicate. So
Well, he said before he got the surgery, it's like, like his eyes were so bad that he could see triple. That's why he kind of looked like he was drunk in the ring.
So Naito looks like he's rest. He's always thinks he's in a multi-man tag, even for main
Yep.
events.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that's kind of scary to hear.
It is. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he's probably on his tail end.
Yeah, I honestly I would be surprised if next year was his retirement year.
Yeah, I would prefer that because it's one thing to not be able to wrestle because of your back, because of your knees. But if your sight goes, that's scary.
I mean, we'll just wait and see, but I wouldn't be surprised if next year he calls it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad 8-person tag, honestly. Semi-main event. Here's the first 2 Ethan picks. Our boy Yoji Tsuji retains the global title over Uemura at 23 minutes and 43 seconds for Gene Blaster. Excellent match. These two put a better match than they did at New Beginning.
Legends in their own, like they're legends in the making right now. These two.
8 out of 10, by the way. This match. This is great. I mean, they fought each other a lot when they're young lions, but when they came back, these characters, when they evolve.
They mentioned that I think they were getting ready to head to Excursion when COVID hit, and then they had to just hang around in Young Lions for a little longer.
Yeah, and then Tsuji went to Rev Pro, and then Uemura went to TNA for a bit. Well, sorry, Impact Wrestling at the time. When he was partners with Joe Hendry. Honestly, I like Joe Hendry, but I thought that tag team was a little too much for me. Uemura paying homage to Tanahashi, by the way, with the little mohawk hair, because Tanahashi had that for a bit. Like I said, this was better than a New Beginning match. At least nobody's hair was on the line this time, Sam, so we're good. But this was great. And after match, Gabe Kidd announced that we're getting a Tsuji kid too, boy, at Dominion. Sign me the fuck up.
Oh, I am on board. I am so on board.
I'll run on the Dominion card. It's not fully official. It's like we have 4 matches made, which that's good. But because Dominion's not for our as recorded, it's a little over a month because it's on June 15th. So you got over a month to promote it. But I'm very excited. Kid and Tsuji had an excellent match back in or maybe was it Kid? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. This is great. And then we're gonna go toward the other Ethan pick, which should be surprised. Hiroko retains the individual title over Kano at 24 minutes and 1 second for GTR Kai. Holy shit, this exceeded my expectations. I thought Noam had him a couple times.
Yeah, there were a couple times I was shocked. I'm like, they're really going to drop the belt to Newman. Like,
I thought there was a couple of times I was like, oh shit, they're gonna give him to him.
yeah, this was worth. This was. I don't know, I'm speechless still. And Goto, I was. It's funny because sometimes you give the belt to somebody and you're like, oh, it's whatever. You're like whatever. But Goto has been pretty solid with this run.
I bet at first because I was thinking kind of like the Jey Uso thing back there for a second, like with the short run. I'm so glad they didn't make him lose because I think this was his sixth title defense. I'm gonna look this up. It might tell me on the New Japan site. Give me 1 second. If not, I'll go to Cage Ranch. Hold on. No, not com. There we go. 1 second.
Maybe Wikipedia has it. Probably not.
I don't think Wikipedia does, but damn it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go to Cage Ranch. Give me 1 second. But like I said, go to a great match. Then by the way, after the match, Saber and Shingo both came out and Go said, "I will defend against." He immediately accepted Saber Jr.'s challenge, and then Shingo's like, "Hey," but technically Saber has a rematch clause because he did lose to title in New Beginning. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go to Cage Match. I'm kind of curious. I'm reading more from. All right, here we go. Matches. So he won it back in February 11th for Zack Sabre Jr. Obviously. Did he defeat Tanahashi at the 53rd anniversary show? Nuji Nagata, New Japan Cup Day 6. Dave Finlay, Sakura Genesis. Shiro Umino, and Wendy Say Rai, and Cal Noom at this show. So that's fifth title defense number 5. Holy shit.
That's a solid amount of title defenses.
I honestly thought he was gonna drop it after 3.
I don't know if he was going to get to 3, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Not to be. I really just thought because Goto wasn't on my list of people who would get the belt.
I remember me and you would talk about that post show for New Beginning, and I even said I don't get shocked much anymore, but that shocked the hell out of. I'm like, Sam, you need to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
I tried so hard not to spoil it for it because that's the one I was like, this is the one that I don't want to spoil it for saying, and you're like, I already seen it. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Go's had excellent. If I had to pick one least favorite, I'd probably say the Nagata one. Actually, no, the Shiro Umino one. They're all been great, but that's probably if I had to pick my least favorite, that's probably the one I go with, the Umino one, which is weird. But
yeah, no, I have to go back, but guys, definitely check out Dontaku if you haven't. At least the main events. The main events are worth it. The last 4 matches on the first night, the last 2 matches and the Stardom match on the second night. So let's quickly run down Dominion. We'll make this very quick because we don't have too many. We'll talk about what's there. We're going to talk about it when the rest of the card drops in a month.
Okay, so IWGP Tag Titles Online, Countdown Great are defend for the first time against Ishii and Taichi. Huh. But I never say that out loud. Dog collar match, Dave versus Elo. I believe this is actually the first ever dog collar match in New Japan history, so that's pretty cool. What's next? The Kennel from fuck it, just do Kennel from Hell, Sam. Global title match like I just mentioned, Suchi versus Kid. And then, like I said, for the world title match, Shingo will take on the winner of the Sabre Jr. Goto match from Resurgence. So that's about 5 or I'm 4 matches. Yeah, 4.
We got 4. So, guys, we will be keeping in touch on that. We'll be talking about Resurgence in the future. We'll be talking about the best of the Super Juniors as it goes on. Ethan, before you clock out, tell people where they can find you.
Yep, you can find me on Twitter, wrestling_fan_9. Obviously, the ATR stuff for the Japan stuff. pwmania.com, bodysome.net, Turnbuckle Times, as well as my podcast, Welcome to the Rest Podcast, every Friday and Sunday. Fridays, the shows I talk about from Monday for Thursday, and then the Sunday shows, obviously, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yes, like I said, ATR is here.
Yeah, and you can find me as the SOB official. I handle the Bedlam Media X account, Medias_Bedlam on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Don't forget to follow our TikTok. We also have Discord. Find us there as well. We're on all streaming platforms. Can't find us, let us know. Leave a review, leave a comment, tell people why Above the Ring and Bedlam Media is the podcast if you're choosing, why they should listen to us as well. Guys, thanks so much for listening. We're out of time. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.
Thanks, guys.